Okay, in this tutorial I am going to teach you how to take your drawings and turn them into a 3D drawing in 2-point perspective. So we can see from last class we started with a precise drawing. So you can see I have the front and I have the side of my building. Now if you remember from the homework, we're talking about 2-point perspective. So when we start off with 2-point perspective, we start with our horizon line, which we lightly draw across. You can see I've done mine closer to the bottom of my section. And then we start with our 2 points. So you can make 2 X's on either end of the line. Next, what we do is we are going to create our first vertical line, which is the corner that is closest to us. Now, if you look at my drawings here, on the left side, my left side is much bigger than my right side. So I really want that to be the focus. So I'm going to put my vertical line a little bit closer to the right side, so my left side is much bigger. When you're drawing all your lines, you want to press really lightly, so that way if you need to erase, it's no problem. So you can see I'm connecting my vertical line now to each of the points. We want to be as precise as possible, so that way our drawing is precise. Excellent. Now what I recommend is that from there you actually get rid of this middle horizon line. We don't need that one anymore. Alright, so what I want to show you in this video is how you really turn your drawing and your vision into a 3D building. So I've decided that the front of my building will be on the left side, and that the right side of the building, or the side of the building, will be on the right side. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to start from here, which is where the vertical line is, and slowly move across with my design. So for example, I can see here I've removed a corner of my building. So I'm going to take this and draw in the corner that I am missing. So that means I can get rid of this part here. Next, I have this large section, so I'm going to keep that and draw it towards here. It also connects on here. Then I have this section here. So I'm looking one section at a time, and each one I connect as it goes to the vanishing point. Okay, so I can see as I look from here to here, maybe this part is a little bit smaller here, so maybe I need to make that a tiny bit bigger. And then I'm going to add this long roof that goes across. Going to clean up this top part as well. And then erase any unnecessary lines. Now I'm going to add in some details. So for example, I have this small pillar here. I'm going to add it in here. I have a block that's underneath this part of the building. So what I do is I erase any of the lines I don't need anymore. I have a window here, so I'm adding that in. I have some windows here, so I'm going to add that into my design. So you can see some of the key features now on this left side. Now some parts look a little bit strange. So for example, here we would see the side of the building and we would connect that to the opposite end. So I take each corner and connect it to that X. Same with this wall, maybe it pops out a little bit. So I'm going to connect it back. Now one thing to keep in mind is that when you're drawing the horizontal lines, they will always connect back to your X here. And when you draw the vertical lines, they always need to be straight up and down. So they should be parallel to each other. You can see this one is a little bit on an angle, so I'm going to erase that and fix it so it's a little bit better. What I would do on the other side is the exact same thing. So you can see here, I've actually forgotten to draw this pillar, but I would connect these two parts together. And I would build from there. So I have my section here. I'm going to have a tall chimney section. And then a small little box on the end. When you add details such as I have some wood here, what you want to think about is that things get smaller as they get further away from your line. So I'm going to add some wood here. Again, making sure it's vertical and parallel. And then I want to try and make them smaller as they go further down. So I'm going to get them closer and closer together. The same is true for these windows, for example, here. So when I make these windows, they won't all be the exact same size. I'll try and make them a little bit smaller here compared to this one.